I had been sedentary for over 5 years. I'm pretty sure I was twiddling my thumbs when I showed up that day to the first little trial class.
You had it bad, huh?
I did. I think Dan came up to me and he was like, "Are you nervous?" And I was like, "Yeah, I'm nervous."
So Kayla, you joined the group, you got that motivation, you started moving in the right direction, and then somebody used the word DEKA on you.
Everybody was so
Yeah.
welcoming. Everybody's just so encouraging. It's
Yeah.
not like, yes, it's you can be competitive if you want, but it's one of those things where I feel like being competitive, I can compete against myself.
That's right. Yeah. Ricardo's rules of resilience. Tune in, people. Every episode is impactful. You become more burly just by listening. Let's go.
Welcome, everybody, to Ricardo's Rules for Resilience podcast, the podcast that gives you the tools to withstand and recover from difficulties. Today, I'm joined by Dan Brown of Isaiah 4031 Fitness and his client, friend, and racing teammate, Kayla Lawson. Kayla is a pediatric physical therapist with 10 years of experience. She enjoys reading, hiking, and nature. And in the past year, she started achieving various fitness goals, including a big one that she never dreamed she would do before, and that is DEKA. Dan and Kayla, welcome to the podcast.
Thank you.
You. Good to be here.
So I'm going to ask each of you to give us your 60-second elevator pitch of who you are. Now, Dan's been on the podcast before, but maybe someone missed that episode. If so, go back and listen to it, especially if you host DEKA events. That was such an insightful episode. But Dan, kick us off.
I'm Dan, the owner of Isaiah 4031 Fitness right outside of Rosenberg, Texas. We are a strength gym and a hybrid gym combined. We change programs up. We're also a DEKA affiliate. We've been doing that for the last year and some change, and it just continues to grow. So if you want to check out that podcast, we talked about that. That's me in a nutshell.
All right. And Miss Kayla, who is Kayla Lawson?
I am Kayla Lawson. Like you said in the introduction, I'm a physical therapist, and I figured I would start practicing what I preach and getting serious about health and fitness, and finally found a gym that is awesome and feels like family and pushes me to do things that I never even thought I would do. So I am very, very grateful for the gym and for DEKA and being on here.
Well, Miss Kayla, let's talk about your fitness journey, when it started and how it started out there at Isaiah 4031 with Dan.
So I joined in the fall of 2024.
November. Yep.
I had been sedentary for years. I mean, I'm talking about like maybe over 5 years. I had been sedentary, and I was so nervous. I'm pretty sure I was twiddling my thumbs when I showed up that day to the first little trial class.
You had it bad, huh?
I did. I think Dan came up to me and he was like, "Are you nervous?" And I was like, "Yeah, I'm nervous."
Is it that obvious? Yes, it's that
Right,
obvious.
exactly. And so I just, started showing up to class, and I liked it. I know that I'm a physical therapist. Yes, I can come up with exercises, but I don't want to do that for myself. I want somebody else to tell me what to do. And then so I started doing the workouts, and then a couple months after I joined the gym, I started working with Misty, who's the other trainer and a dietitian. And so I've been working with her for over a year now as well. And I've seen
Yeah.
a lot of changes. I've made a lot of progress. I started off not even running at all, like even during the warm up or anything like that. And now I can just take off.
Take off and run. There's a proverb, the the cobbler's children has no shoes. So just something about those of us, whatever field we're in, doing it for ourselves and taking care of what needs to be taken care of at home is sometimes the hardest part. And really, it's not about knowledge, is it? It's more about, like you're saying, I need somebody else to be around, somebody to encourage me, and we're just not meant to do this solo, are we?
No, we are not.
Nope.
At all.
Yeah.
Hey, even trainers need accountability and people pushing them. So I mean, it's no fun by yourself.
That is for sure. That is for sure. You know that your gym is named Isaiah 40:31, referring to the scriptural verse there. And so for people of faith, when you read the Genesis account of creation, it says over and over, God created this and it was good, and it was good, and it was good. And then all of a sudden, God says it's not good. And what he was saying was not good. It's not good for man to be alone. You know, in the very beginning, we were meant to be together and have fellowship and to not do this on our own. So Kayla, you joined the group, you got that motivation, you started moving in the right direction, and then somebody used the word DEKA on you. Tell me about that.
So they were, telling all the gym members and everything about DEKA coming up. They were going to host this DEKA event. And, I'm like, I'm not at the point where I'm going to be competing in some kind of fitness thing. Like, that's ridiculous, right? And so Dan
and anything with running was out of the question.
Yes. Yeah. I was like, I'm not doing it. And so Dan, let's see, I was coerced, gently coerced into signing up originally.
Let's hear about the coercion. Let's go into detail.
All right. So we're going to flip it over to me just for a second. So coerced. So she agreed to do DEKA reluctantly, but it was one of those things that at the time it was in May of last year, and we did the DEKA Strong on Saturday, and then on Sunday we did the DEKA Mile. So we were planning on doing the Strong, but unfortunately Kayla had to work on Saturday. So I asked her right after that, I said, so do you have to work on Sunday? And she's like, no. I said, good, then we're going to do the mile.
And I was like, well, yes. I'm not running.
She already said.
I'm not running. So yeah. So that is how I got into doing the DEKA Mile.
You said yes to Strong.
Yeah.
And then he just bait and switched you right over the mile.
Yes.
Oh yeah.
Hey,
That's beautiful.
it's not my problem that her job interfered with the Strong. So we had to go with the open date. So
That's right.
It was fate. So.
It was. And it definitely wasn't. Of course, it wasn't as bad as I thought it was going to be. I'm thinking it's going to be this super, all these athletes that are competing, and I'm like, guys, like I just started jogging, like. So I was super nervous about it, and Dan was like, just don't think too much about it, and I was like, okay, well, that's easier said than done, but
yeah, all right.
But I got out there. Yes, exactly. That has done it before.
Yeah, all right.
But yeah, I mean, we got out there, and there were gym members and non-gym members. Everybody was so welcoming, and I got to see. Before it was our time to go, I got to kind of see what it looked like when other people were doing it, and everybody's just so encouraging. It's not like, yes, you can be competitive if you want, but it's one of those things where I feel like being competitive, I can compete against myself. Like I'm right. And then having Dan as my partner was really helpful, just because he's experienced, he's done this before. He knows the flow, I don't have to worry about all of that. Just, tell me, what am I supposed to do here and how many? So yeah, it was an experience. It was nice.
So I understand, if I heard the version I heard of the story, is there might have been a little negotiation about the stations and the running and who's doing what.
Yes.
We want to tell our listeners about that negotiation.
Sure. Yeah. So I told him, because we were originally supposed to do the Strong, I was like, well, I don't want to run. And so he was telling me, well, we have to run together at the beginning and at the end.
Uh-huh.
And he was like, well, maybe, we'll just kind of talk about the rest of it. He definitely offered, right, Dan? You like
Yes.
offered to run most of it, is what you told me.
I ended up running all of it except for we ran at the beginning and at the end. I ran
Right.
because you said that you
So,
weren't going to.
yes. So I did run at the beginning and the end, but I didn't run, in between any of the
Negotiation was that she had to start all stations
yes.
and until she got tired or until she wanted to switch if I was
All
doing
right.
it. So
Yeah. Yeah.
we
And so you
we,
guys,
we negotiated. It was good. It was good.
you worked it out. Yeah.
Yes.
And so that was May 2025.
And our
And you
time was
accomplished it.
20. Yep, 27 and some change. 27 minutes and some change.
All right. For a DEKA mile teams race.
Yep.
And then you said, I'm done. I'm never doing it again.
Yeah. I was like, okay, well, that was a great experience, one time experience. And he was like,
Thank you, Dan.
no, no. You're gonna do the next one too. And so it's like every time I walk into the gym, he's like, hey partner, like we're already signed up. Like so yes, I did. I did end up doing the second or DEKA for the second time. I
Yeah.
forgot when that was, Dan.
August, the end of
August.
August.
Okay. It was in August. And I did do more running.
Yes.
Yep.
I did I did more running that time, for sure.
Yep.
Yeah.
The negotiation was that she had to run at least two
Yeah.
different ones. Other than the beginning and end, she had to run at least two times, and she did.
I did.
Yeah.
I did.
Right
It
on.
was, it was hard.
Actually, I think he actually ran three times. Honestly, so
I
yeah, it was
think
good.
so. I think so.
Yep. So the negotiation was two, and she did one more. So there you go.
Beautiful. Well,
And then we knocked 2 minutes off of our time. So then we were
Yes,
25
we
and
did.
some change.
yeah, there we go. 2 minutes down, plus you did running, so we've taken a big step up. Where do we go
Yes.
from there?
And then the third one I did was just
February.
last month.
Last
Yep.
month. Yep.
And I ran quite a bit. I honestly don't remember how much I ran. I don't know if you do, but
Kayla ran at least 4, if not 5. So she ran at least half, if not one more.
All right.
yeah.
So another step in the right direction.
Yes,
And
another step.
how'd we do on time this time around?
Ooh, that time I think we knocked another two minutes off. So 23 minutes and some change. Yeah.
More running and better time. We're just
Yes.
going.
Yes.
I love it, Kayla. Tell me what this has done for your training.
Wow. Well, one, it is nice to have, something to work towards. So it's like, okay, I know this DEKA event is coming up. I can't slack on the cardio or the strength workout. So, it does help me stay on track knowing that I'm going to train for this event. And like I said, like competing against myself, like I found myself, like I want to beat our time, which was surprising to me because I didn't think that would be the case, but I want to beat our time really badly. So that definitely helped me like stay on track in the gym. And then also just the confidence too. Just knowing that, I did something that is hard,
Yeah.
that I completed it and did better than the last time. I mean, that just does wonders for just the way that I feel about myself, my confidence and, the way that I carry myself it's done a lot for me.
This is way bigger than the gym.
Way, way bigger than the gym. Yeah.
Yeah. Confidence in how you're carrying yourself through life. That's a beautiful thing. What would you say to anybody who's looking at, maybe they got on Facebook or Instagram and they saw some cyborg that looks like they pulled him out of the Olympics and they're going, I can't do this. What would you say to them?
Yes, you can. Like I said, the only person you're competing against is yourself. You show up and you do the best that you can do, and that's all that you can do, you know. And it's okay, you know, if you don't do as well on something as you thought you would. Listen, you signed up for this event and you came and you participated. That's a win, honestly. You know, like forget about the times, forget about, you know, did you do however many lunges. You signed up and you showed up.
There we go.
Yeah. So I would say, I mean, it's good for any fitness level. You know, you don't have to be, you know, some awesome athlete that, you know, can run a 8-minute mile. To participate and, you know, feel good about yourself. Yeah.
Yeah. You can be someone who says I don't run and I only got tricked into this.
Exactly. It's like if I can do it, you can do it.
Yeah. I, I kind of share those feelings about running, Kayla, if I'm honest. Yeah. Tell me about what it meant to you partnering up with your coach.
Oh, it meant a lot. I honestly don't think I would have done it at all if it wasn't Dan that asked me and that was my partner.
Wow.
Yeah. And you know, because I see Dan and the other members of the gym, of course, but I see Dan several times a week, you know? Like I'm there 3-4 days a week, every single week. And he's the one that's been encouraging me. He's seen my progress. He's seen what I could do. And I remember he told me, he was like, I wouldn't ask you to do this if I thought that you couldn't do it. And I was like, okay, I'm going to take your word for it. And you know,
Yeah.
but I was able to prove to myself that I was able to do it. But just his encouragement and just the fact that he saw where I came from, like where I started, and has seen my progress, that was a big part of it.
Yes. Sometimes, I mean, here he is. You had to borrow his confidence in you until you could get your own.
Exactly.
Yeah. That's really neat. That your coach expressing that confidence and you trusted him. Wow.
Yes,
You
I did.
trusted him.
I did.
So,
I mean, I figure if I can trust him to spot me on my on my squats and stuff, then I was like, okay, I'll take your word for it. I'll take your word for it.
if you're not going to let me die under a barbell, I guess.
Right.
I'm not going to let you die at DEKA. So
Yeah. And Dan, just tell me how you've seen Kayla's progress. What has it been like for you on that side of the journey?
wow. I get emotional when I think about it. You know, like Kayla said, she joined in November of 2024. And when she started, like she said, she didn't run. She didn't run a lap. She didn't run a half of a lap. But her consistency was there. She was strong. I mean, Kayla is a very strong woman, both physically and emotionally and stuff. She's a very strong woman. So, but sometimes you need somebody to kind of help bring that out. So, you know, just encouraging her, watching her growth, both how she was in the gym in her workouts, how she was doing that. And then, like she said, she was starting to work with Misty and seeing the transformation there also, you know, with the nutrition side of the house. So, you know.
Yeah. Yeah. What a tremendous thing to have someone who has your back. I mean,
Yes.
that's what we want in life, right? Someone there believing in us, even when we don't believe in ourselves yet.
Right.
Yeah, I mean, that's from the heart, you know, and it's what we're all looking for. So, Kayla, what's next?
Funny that you ask. Yeah. Funny that you ask. So Dan scared me when he told me the other week at the gym that the next was high rocks. And I was like, And then, so he did step it back a little bit. And he was like, well, what about DEKA Atlas? And I was like, okay, maybe. Maybe.
No running. Hey, no running. I mean, you know.
So, oh, that's right, fit. I'm sorry. I said the wrong one.
Oh. And you just said this in a public forum. What's going on? Your secret is out.
It's out now.
Kayla,
It's
Kayla,
out.
where I'm in my circles, they call that putting you on blast. I'm just saying.
Yes. Yes. Uh-huh. Everyone knows now.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yes.
All right.
And I told him, yeah, he did. And I told him, I was like, well, I'm going to have to really start running so I don't feel like I'm dying as much
That's right.
when I when I run for DEKA Fit.
Yeah. All right. So this DEKA Fit, are you dancing with the one who brung you, or are you trying to get a different date to the dance? I don't know what's happening there.
He mentioned it that one day, and I have been kind of letting it hang there. I haven't taken action yet,
Okay.
but I'm guessing after now I'm gonna have to take action.
I mean, you know, when we put this all over social media,
Right.
yeah.
Exactly.
Uh-huh. That's a wonderful thing. I want to tell you this. I want you to absolutely do DEKA Fit and Atlas, two tremendous challenges. You will feel that pride that comes with doing really hard things. They just look different. I absolutely want to encourage you to do that. And here's my challenge to you. Get 3 friends that needed what Dan did for you and do that 4-person relay at the DEKA Fit. And you be their inspiration, and you believe in them, and let them ride on your confidence the way you rode on Dan's for a little bit, and just pass it forward.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Isn't it? Yeah. Mm-hmm.
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 Mm-hmm. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
I did it last year. They were bringing it out at the first official race was at Austin. DEKA Fit Austin. The week before was Midwest DEKA Fit, and we did a beta test, to see, okay, do we have the spacing right on the entrance, and the different things we had to adjust, wider timing mats and stuff. So we did a beta test with 3 teams, and I was on one of them, and I'm with you, Dan. It was one of the most fun races I've ever done in my life. It was an absolute blast. But here's the, yeah, small caps on the control, but yeah, and all caps on the chaos. Yeah, and here's the deal, Kayla. Those 3 people you put onto that 4-person team, I want to have you all 4 back to the podcast. I want to hear how that went.
Okay.
Yeah, we'll have a good time. Well, the 2 of you, do you have any more words of wisdom you'd like to share with our listeners, in particular, the people who are maybe needing a little confidence that they don't have right now? What are your lessons learned?
I think the biggest lesson that I learned was that it's okay to fall off sometimes. Like it's okay to, not do as well as you thought, or, like you set a goal, I'm going to go to the gym this many times a week, and that doesn't happen. That's okay. As long as you get back on. And, because I'm, this journey for me, it hasn't been, it's been a long time, and I still have a ways to go. And so, I used to put a lot of pressure on myself. Like, you have to be perfect, like if you have a day where, like you don't hit your macros, or you have a day where you didn't do well on like your squat, then, I just was really critical of myself. But then I realized, this journey is not a straight line, right? So there's gonna be ups and downs. You know, there have been times where I haven't gone to my workouts. There have been times where I was like, I'm so tired of, you know, tracking these macros. But I always come back. I always come back. So that I think was the biggest lesson for me is, you know, telling myself that it's okay to mess up. It's okay. It's okay to fail sometimes. Like that's we're human. It happens. But like I said, as long as you get back to it, as long as you get back up, it's okay. It's okay.
I just love it when people come on the podcast and start talking about the rules of resilience without even knowing it. Yeah, that's one of the rules. Success is getting up one more time, then you get knocked down. Yeah, that's right. Success is not perfection. It's refusing to lose. Yeah. Right. The will that says I will go on. Yeah. Yeah. Dan, lessons? Yeah. 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 You know, Dan, I just really want to point out the courage it took because here's Kayla, and she's already hinted around that she was pretty reticent, you know, like, I don't know about this, you know. But you as a trainer had the courage to go to somebody that could have told you no because she was reticent. And, you know, in this case, she was willing to believe you. But sometimes we have to be willing to ask that question and maybe get shot down. Not everybody's going to be a Kayla who's going to say yes, you know. But if we lack the courage to put it out there and try to draw them out, they're never going to reach that potential. I mean, you can correct me if I'm wrong, Kayla, but I don't think you were just going to jump into a DEKA without this invitation.
No, absolutely not. I think he, remember that time when I was leaving the gym and I was like at the exit and you came, you ran all the way down to my car. I was getting ready to turn onto the street. and, and I was like, oh man.
Dang it.
Can't escape
he caught me. You know, I'm going to up the ante. You didn't just have the courage to ask. You had the courage to risk a restraining order. Chase, and be accused of stalking. But hey, you did whatever it took, and it paid off.
You did.
I was going to say, Kayla, were you starting to draw your pistol when you saw this man running up to your car window?
I saw him through my side mirror, and I was like, "Oh, here he comes! Here he comes!"
Oh, that's a beautiful memory. I have one more question for you guys. I'll say this: some of my races. We've talked about this on the podcast. One of my favorite memories was a race I did in LA, and it was. You know, two people that I had just met, and Yancey was the fourth person. It was two of us against two of them. And like we all four became such tight friends through that race, you know. And I've had that experience other times, you know, in the quarterly challenges. You know, you just spend those whatever 10 or 15 or how many ever minutes together racing, and you come out the other side and you're bonded in a way that just doesn't seem to happen. I mean, it's not going to bond by us just hanging out and chit-chatting, you know? Did you guys feel your relationship deepen through this process?
Yes. Yeah. I mean, just going through something with somebody, like you said, it's different than just hanging out for fun, right? Like we're actually like exerting ourselves. And, you know, like I would look at Dan and Dan is working hard too. Like, it's not like it's a walk in the park. You know, he's sweating, drenched in sweat and breathing hard as well. And so it's like, okay, like we're doing this together, you know? And so now we give each other crap and have a good time. Have a good time.
Yeah. Yeah. Right. Yeah, and that's when you start shaving seconds too, you know. Yeah. But I mean, What really strikes me is you guys didn't just stick with the plan and say, okay, we got, whatever it was, 26 minutes or something with this plan, so we're just going to work hard and do it again. Instead, Kayla started taking on more of the work, and more of the work in the area where she felt the least confident, right? And felt like this is not where I have the most to contribute at all. And instead she took that on, and you still went down by 2 minutes.
I told him when he challenged me to run more, I was like, our time is not going to improve, because I'm a slow runner, I'm struggling out there, okay? But no, it ended up being the complete opposite, and now I'm hooked now. So.
Woo! I love it. Wow. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Mm. Yeah, that is incredible, guys.
Right.
Yeah. Sounds like sedentary Kayla's gone forever. That's what I'm hearing. Yeah.
Long
there we
gone.
go. That life in the rear view mirror.
Yes.
I love that. Yeah, you found something you love. Well, guys, if anybody needs to borrow some of your confidence, can they reach out?
Absolutely.
Yeah. How do you want them to get a hold of you? Okay. Great.
And I guess, right. Yeah.
Excellent. Yeah. I'm telling you, Kayla, I feel sure that we're going to have people who listen to this and are inspired and relate to your story. So I appreciate you being willing to come on and share it, because it's just amazing. Our story touches someone. We just have to be willing to share it.
I agree. Thank you for inviting me.
Glad to do it. Guys, thank you for tuning in to Ricardo's Rules of Resilience, the podcast that gives you the tools to withstand and recover from difficulties. Go be resilient. So I just want Alton, my son, who does the editing, to hear your Instagram. Kayla, you have Instagram?
I do.
Can we tag you on that when we post these? Okay.
Yeah. Let me just make sure I'm giving you the, it's KAY_LAW 11.
Okay. I'm going to stop the recording, but let's all hang on for a minute. No, not leave. Stop. There we go.